Hey guys, Usus here, and today we are going to be reacting to a bunch of trailers. They've come out in short succession. Um, I think a couple of them came out like a few days ago, but I wasn't just able to get around to it because I've been working on a personal project. That's why I haven't been posting content throughout this entire week, actually. Really sucks. Wish I didn't do that, but it is what it is. Can't change history. Anyways, you don't care about any of that. Let's just get into the trailers. All right, first up, we have a trailer for The Boys Season 4. This is our first look. Wait, this is not The Boys. This is Halo. Yeah, here's The Boys. My bad. But we'll get to Halo last. But yeah, this is The Boys Season 4. Let's see what is in store. Oh my gosh, that rhymed.
Rome, Greece. All democracies fail
Ooh,
because people are fucking stupid.
true, I guess.
But if you crush the masses, who builds your monuments?
True. Yeah,
Who
that's
tons
like
you taint?
that's one of the elements that I think they brought up in the last season, or was it season 2, where it's like one of the things that they can use against Homelander is that if he becomes like a full-on authoritarian figure, that people like won't revere him anymore, which is something that he values. And so throughout the season, we've seen Homelander be able to push and push and push and push and push, to the point that he was able to kill somebody, and his fans were still like, "Woo, yeah, we got him."
The people will tear it apart themselves.
Oh
just
yeah,
gotta
so
nudge
they're
'em.
they're setting up like the whole Starlight versus Homelander PR battle or whatever.
Little.
Oh my gosh.
Then you get to swoop in, be the one saving it,
Like Caesar.
like Caesar.
Oh, that's crazy. So his kid is all up and now. He looking like what is it? What's that guy's name? Donald Trump's like, is it his son or his grandson? Where it's like he's like I don't know. I don't even know if he's 18 yet, but he's like 7 feet tall. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is it Eric Trump? I have no idea. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if this character is like a Nazi or whatever. All I'm saying is that I can change her. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is in the season. Ew. Okay. Well, there's that.
Oh, hell.
Watch their balls crushed.
Oh yeah, cause Jesus. Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening. But yeah, what did oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. This character's name, I know it. Carl Urban plays him. I am having a complete brain fart about what his name is. Oh my gosh, my bad. But yeah, he took Compound V in the last season, so that's gonna be a thing that's affecting him.
Watch their balls crushed.
So that's uncomfortable. Oh, is it the virus? Okay, by the way, okay, I should say, I guess I'm gonna do like a breakdown of this trailer after I watch it, and then I'm gonna talk about Gen V. So if you haven't watched Gen V, you might want to like skip to another trailer. Wacky and wild.
Your team. What's your code name again?
The boys. Oof. Who came up with that shit?
Oh, okay. Has that been like? Is that an official thing? Have they referred to themselves as the boys in the show so far? That's an interesting shot. Okay, let's go through it again and like pick through some stuff. All right. So yeah, we have Homelander sitting by himself in his in I guess this would be like his apartment in like the Vought Tower. where it's all like elegant. It looks like he has like portraits of historical figures that he wants to be, or at least he wants to portray himself to the world, but he's also in solitude, which also, he makes him sad.
Rome. Greece.
Butcher, that's his name. I don't know why I was forgetting that.
Aldemock.
This is a Victoria Newman. Yeah, that's her name. She is like the congresswoman that is a secret soup.
Fail. Because people are fucking stupid.
Obviously, Starlight and Huey.
That if you crush the masses, who builds your monuments? Who tongues your taint?
But yeah, it definitely seems like this season is gonna like just further push sort of the the political divides of the world of the boys, and like really make them come to a clash, where my guess is that, and we're gonna, as we see later in the trailer, it's like Homelander's probably, he's like, this season he's probably gonna like really push for power, like political power in some way, whether it be by like blatantly like doing something like illegal, or like something so just contrary to the will of the government. I guess that's more accurate, because I mean he murdered the guy in the last season, but he's gonna be doing something so blatantly in contrast to the will of the government that it is going to like completely alter the political world of the boys, to where Homelander is probably going to become some sort of like fascist tyrant or whatever. Because he's, as we've shown, he has like a significant portion of the population that support him. I don't know if I'm making sense.
The people will tear it apart themselves.
And yeah, like we're talking about, when you hear that dialogue, like there's gonna be some kind of like civil war situation, maybe.
You just gotta nudge him a little. Then you get to swoop in, be the one saving it.
Oh yeah, and you can kind of see like, I mean, I don't know if it's like blatantly like how much they're trying to lean into like the Democrat Republican angle, but like you can definitely see like the Homelander propaganda. It's a little right wing, where it's like keep America safe, which is, reminiscent to like anti-immigration sentiments. I saw another one earlier where there was like something about guns or something. Oh yeah, God, guns, and America. I think that the red one on the bottom right here says something like that. So they're definitely trying to like portray the Homelander side as a little bit Republican, at least. I don't know. They don't really seem to be like putting any, at least overt, messaging in regards to the Starlight side. Oh yeah, well there's the whole like feminist thing here. Like the we can do it thing. I think Starlight is like fight like a girl. Okay, so this is like, yeah, this is at the very least like feminist in some way. Okay, yeah.
Then you get to swoop in.
But yeah, well, I guess what's interesting as well is that when you look at Gen V, that also sets up like an almost X-Men situation where it's like humans versus soups. So I wonder if that's going to play into this as well. I would imagine it will. But like this right here doesn't, at least on the outset, just looking at this trailer, this doesn't seem like a humans versus soup situation. This seems almost like a just like people that either support or don't support Homelander.
Be the one saving it.
Like Caesar.
Like Caesar.
Again, this is, I guess, a character that I don't think we've seen before. That's like somebody that's speaking in Homelander's ear. That's interesting. And yeah, this is him grabbing his son's hand, I think? Or no, because I don't think so. Hold on. I mean, he could be grabbing his son's hand in like a different scene. But his son is like to the right of him here, so we'll see how that goes. And like I said before, I can change her. I can change the girl in the back. I can change a lot of things in this show. Okay, I could have changed Stormfront. I need to point that out as well. Oh yeah, what was her? Did they show her name here? The Truth Bomb with something? I don't know if this is her superhero name on the bottom right there. Yeah, so look, I guess Jeffrey Dean Morgan is maybe playing like a political character, maybe like a politician. Okay, and then there's obviously a child that with snakes coming out of her mouth. Looks like she's attacking Kimiko, I think. Yeah, she's attacking Kimiko. Is this is Queen Maeve, right? Yeah, so is she not? Because I remember in the last season she went into like hiding or whatever, so I wonder, is she just like a performer somewhere? Do people not realize that this is Queen Maeve? Oh, and then Black Noir is back now. Okay, this is interesting. So in the last season, Homelander killed Black Noir, but I think Homelander or Black Noir also has like regenerative powers, kind of like Wolverine, if I remember correctly. So did Black Noir somehow come back? Is this another guy just taking up the mantle so that they can not lose face because of the fact that, you know, they keep on losing members of the Seven? Starlight is a... Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, and this is like the weird... Some weird stuff's going on with Butcher. Obviously, a side effect of him taking Compound V.
Their balls crashed.
And then this interesting situation here. Yeah, so this is the... I wonder if this is the virus that was introduced in Gen V. Huh. I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it a gas that they released in Gen V? I don't remember if it was like a parasitic, like a physical parasite like this. That's interesting. Somebody is pushing somebody. Who is this? Can we tell? Not really? Not really.
Your team. What's your code name again?
The boys. Oof. Who came up with that shit?
Okay. And then Homelander, all bloody. So there's that. All right, yeah. I really like the boys. I will say, it's kind of getting to the point where I'm kind of ready for it to wrap up. You know, like I'm not. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm excited to watch the season, and maybe this season will introduce new elements that make me think that the show can go on for 8 seasons. I'm like, oh yeah, there's so much more material to mine here. But when it comes to the conflict between Butcher and Homelander, and that very specific thing that I feel like has been driving the show, I feel like that's kind of running its course a bit. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. All right, let's get to the next trailer. Probably won't analyze the rest of them as deeply as I did that, because we're going to watch the Fallout trailer next, and I know nothing about Fallout. Okay, I have no... I'm not going to watch the trailer and be like, they didn't adapt that correctly. Oh, the suit looks bad. The gun doesn't look like the gun from the games. I don't know or care about any of it. So I was going to watch this. as a newcomer and judge it on its own merits. Okay? So let's do it.
I know that I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
Stop! Lucy!
Don't go out into the wasteland, is it? I think. Okay, I know I said I don't know anything about Fallout. I think I get the basic gist of it. It's in like a post-apocalyptic world where I think it was like during the Cold War or something. There was actually like a nuclear war or something, and so the world is just a nuclear apocalypse, I think. And I guess that's like, so it's kind of in the future. I guess the games take place in the future if there was a nuclear apocalypse during the Cold War, and so like society kind of never progressed past that point. So there's like some futuristic technology, but there's also a lot of like old-timey technology. I think that's kind of the gist of Fallout, but anyways.
You need to go home. Vault dwellers are an endangered species.
Oh my god, bro, I would end it all if cockroaches were that big.
It takes to survive up here.
I would end it all. Like actually
If
end
you
it all.
insist on staying, then you will have to adapt.
Oh my gosh. Wait. I feel like it's a really muted reaction. I vaguely recognize that suit. Or like those suits, I guess. I think those are like exoskeletons or something. Ew. It's Deadpool, I guess.
I see it with you.
Ew, he has a third eye? What? Oh my god. So yeah, there's like, I guess a bunch of creatures are like mutated from the nuclear radiation, it looks like. Does that girl have a fork in her eye? Oh, so I guess this is like a flashback to when the nukes dropped and whatnot. Okay. I mean, that looks cool. I mean, obviously from a visual perspective, you can tell that Amazon did not waste any expense on that, because it actually looks like really, really nice, like the special effects and all that. I guess we'll go through it again. Like I said, we're not gonna go as deep as the boys because I don't know as much about Fallout.
I know that I've lived a
But
relatively comfortable
I'll just
life.
like comment on stuff that I find interesting, I guess. So yeah, they mentioned that vault dwellers are like an endangered species. So I guess there are people, or there are humans that maybe created vaults, and the people within the vaults were like safe from the radiation and all of the mutations. So these people are regular humans, I'm guessing. I feel like you would do they not have like suits? Like to go out into the world and explore? Or are we so far in the future that maybe like the radiation isn't going to affect them anymore? I don't know.
You need to go home. vault dwellers are an endangered species.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't. I would jump in a ravine in Minecraft if cockroaches were that big. I just would not want to exist in this world. Like,
I do
what?
not think you would be willing to do what it takes to survive up here.
Dang, called you a bitch.
If you insist on
What you
staying,
gonna say to that?
then you will have to adapt.
Yeah, see, this is like a weird reaction. Although I guess it's a natural reaction if you were to just like remain in shock. If like a weird, what even is this? Is this like dog creature? Is this a dog? I guess it is. It was kind of hard for me to see it on my monitor. Not gonna lie. And then, yeah, it looks like these are like pretty futuristic vehicles here. So that is like one of the things that I've heard about Fallout is that to a certain extent technology has continued to progress in like a post-nuclear apocalypse world, which is kind of cool. And yeah, and it's like, what does the world look like in this world? Like, is there a singular government, or is it all just like small factions? I don't know.
Tomorrow, so they say,
That was a dog with a hand.
will be a lovely
I don't like seeing that, but I mean, it's
a
understandable.
bright new sun will suddenly break
Yeah, so I guess at some point something is gonna happen in one of the vaults.
a bright new
Who, like, is this character like going crazy or something? Or let me actually hold on.
breakthrough. But I don't want to see tomorrow.
Yeah, that guy looks gnarly. Oh wait, hold on. I thought I was going backwards. I'm stupid. There's the one character that's like at the bottom of the stairs. He looks kind of different, doesn't he? Is this guy like invading a vault or something?
A bright new sun
I can't tell if this is that same character. Yeah, this shot looks really cool. I'm guessing this is a guy that is a part of the mutations that the nuclear radiation caused. And I guess like are we so far in the future that how do I say this, that the nukes dropped and things were like nuclear radiation spread throughout and it altered human beings, and then those humans that sort of looked like this after the mutations, did they then have kids that also come out looking like this to the point that this is like a new species? Is that what's going on here? I don't know.
unless I see it with you.
Yeah, this guy has 3 eyes, and I don't like it.
I grabbed a moldy one.
Yeah, and then this is like the old timey aesthetic that I think is like what Fallout has as well. So that's really cool. Like from the videos and like screenshots that I've seen of Fallout, it does look like the whole aesthetic of it all looks really cool. Almost like BioShock, I guess. I wonder, is this our main character's dad? Like, is he like, Lucy, don't go out into the world, and she's like, I have to go out and I have to find myself or something. I feel trapped here in the vaults. I want to be free. Like Nemo. Is it what? Watch this be like Finding Nemo. This guy has to go search for Lucy. Yeah, so this guy seems like a soldier, right? Like, it seems like there's some kind of like army that where like the soldiers wear these like mech suits. are these? So is there like a government of some kind? I don't know. And then yeah, there's like a weird mutated bear. So that's not cool. Then there's a, what is this, an axolotl? I don't even know. Why did you have to do a close-up to his mouth? And this girl got stabbed in the eye. But she just keeps on rolling. And you have to respect that. There's like a weird, like, blink. Is this Lucy as a child? And is that her dad? Oh wait, this is the same actor as the guy, as like the guy without a nose, I think. This looks like Walton Goggins, I think his name is. Okay, so he was mutated. maybe this isn't as far in the future as I'm thinking. And yeah, they're showing the doomsday or whatever. This is what Oppenheimer was scared of, guys. All right, I think that looks pretty cool. You know, again, not a fan of the games, so I don't know if there are Fallout fans that are going, oh, this isn't accurate to the source material. The suit looks different in the games, and because it looks different, I'm gonna say the show looks bad or whatever. I don't know if that discourse is out there. Don't know, don't care. I think the show looks cool. All right. Let's move on to House of the Dragon Season 2 teaser. Let the white women fight.
Errors were made in the hours following.
Oh, wait, whoops. I always forget to turn on the captions. Who is Otto Hightower again?
Were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
Is that the dad of the girl?
War before.
Oh yeah, I forgot how season 1 ended. Who was ultimately in power? Was the white-haired lady in power, or was her like backstabbing friend in power? I don't remember.
Many will die.
Yeah, was she in power by the end of it? Did the Targaryens have to like leave? Oh wait, I guess this is her kid, right? So I guess somehow she took power, kind of, or he's in power? Bro, I don't even remember.
And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
We now have to play the Game of Thrones.
There is no war so hateful to the gods.
Oh my gosh.
There's a war between
Why would you even want to sit on that throne? It looks painful, quite frankly.
kin.
Are the dragons gonna fight?
And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
Oh my gosh. You know, say what you will about Game of Thrones. The dragons look pretty good. Alright, so, I mean, yeah, this is kind of setting up what we were expecting, right? There's going to be a war for the throne between King Viserys' daughter and King Viserys' wife that is old enough to be his daughter. I guess we'll play the trailer back and we'll try and listen. Game of Thrones is one of those shows that I watch and I enjoy, but I forget everybody's name and it's kind of hard for me to keep up with all of the fucking plot threads. So I'm going to try and see if I can pick out some stuff.
Errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
So this character is... Okay, wait, actually, I'm trying to remember. The kids with the white hair... Okay, those... Oh, those are not King Viserys' daughter, because I did forget their names as well. Those aren't King Viserys' daughter's children, because King Viserys' daughter had children with her bodyguard, which was like forbidden or something, right? Or not her bodyguard. She had those kids with one of the knights, and that was forbidden. And the kids came out black-haired, which made it really obvious that they weren't the kids of who was supposed to be her husband. So I actually think that this child, the white-haired children, are going to invariably be the children of King Viserys' wife, if I remember correctly. And then yeah, this character. God, I forgot his name. I forgot his name as well.
Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
So like, this character here.
And
Yeah, this guy, he's sitting on the throne. But yeah, he's like, yeah, okay. Let me make my point clear. This kid is not her son. I don't think.
ascend the throne.
I think he's her son. Because she had kids with the king. And then these daughters, I think.
There is no war so hateful to the
Is it? Oh, this guy still. I thought this guy died, didn't he? Didn't this guy die? Or is he sick?
gods.
Bruv, who even knows?
There's a war between kin.
I don't even remember. Oh, God. I just don't remember the first season as well as I wish I did. And remember, this is like her aunt that hates her. Do they hate each other, but they're like working together kind of? Because her aunt doesn't like the King Viserys' wife or something. Oh, okay, I remember actually. So hold on.
And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
I think that she's mad because her husband should have taken the throne, I think, is their argument after King Viserys' death. But I think something I remember she's mad because her husband deserved something that he didn't get. So that's why she's working with her niece, even though they hate each other. And yeah, like I remember her kids are mad for some reason. Is it because their dad died? Or was it their uncle? One of the black characters died. And I don't remember why. I will be rewatching the first season before I get to season 2. I should specify that. What's going on there? Who's this character? Who are these characters? I actually don't know. Oh, that's interesting. Are they going to be fighting each other? Like, so are one of these is he fighting her? Or like, are there dragons fighting? That's interesting. Oh, that's crazy. The dragon has holes in his wings. Okay. I mean, listen, I know I have a really bad memory, but I did really enjoy season 1 of Hot to D. That's what the cool kids call House of the Dragon. So don't take me not remembering the first season as me not having enjoyed it, because I very much did. I feel like it's been more than a year since it came out. But yeah, I'm excited to watch season 2. And yeah, actually, it was kind of an interesting thing. Because this show is shot in like Britain or something, they were not hampered by any of the writers or the actor strikes. So they were pretty much just chugging along as normal, which is interesting. They weren't scabbing. Apparently, it would have literally been illegal for them to try to like stand in solidarity with the people striking in the U.S. or whatever. All right. Next trailer. This is for Furiosa. Now, I have never seen a Mad Max movie. I know I'm a bad person for not having watched for not having the exact same filmography as you. But it is what it is. I have not watched Mad Max, but I don't think that really matters because this is a prequel, so I don't really have to have seen it. Yeah, let's hit play, and let's watch the trailer.
Whatever you have to do.
God damn it! I keep on forgetting to turn on the subtitles.
However long it takes.
I do know that my wife Anya Taylor-Joy is in this.
Promise me you'll find your way home.
Come home, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Furiosa.
Oh, Furiosa's not
Give
talking,
me
I
this
guess.
promise.
That's crazy. She has a lot of grime on her face. Do they always look grimy in this world? I think they do. 45 years after the apocalypse, young Furiosa is taken from her family. She will devote the rest of her life to finding her way home. This is her odyssey. Well, it says she'll devote the rest of her life. So I don't think she's gonna find her way home in this in this movie. Is that Chris Hemsworth? I don't think it is. Is that Chris Hemsworth? I know Chris Hemsworth is in this movie. Anya Taylor-Joy. Chris Hemsworth. I guess it is. It doesn't look like him though. Is it just me? The other thing I know about Furiosa is that she's bald in the Mad Max movies, so I wonder if we're gonna get a haircut scene.
I'm Furiosa! The darkest of angels.
Ooh, she got him.
The question is,
Okay, that looked more like Chris Hemsworth.
do you have it in you to make it epic?
The editing in this is very interesting. I don't know how much of this is like exactly like what the movie's gonna be like. Like, is there gonna be like weird like text coming out at some point in the movie, or is this just for the trailer? Yeah, I don't know. This looks cool. It looks like interesting and like frenetic. I'm not sure like exactly if what the tone of Mad Max is supposed to be, but
Whatever you have to do.
like it definitely catches my interest. I know that people love Mad Max Fury Road and they call it like one of the greatest action movies of all time. I'm looking at the action in here and it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm not quite getting that out of this. So but I mean maybe obviously I'm sure like the full sequences in the movie will really bear the fruit of that. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to watch this. I feel like I should probably go into it with fresh eyes because I don't know, that'll be like an interesting perspective, and then watch the Mad Max movies after watching this. But yeah, I don't know. Like I also like I don't really understand like the world of Mad Max. Like obviously it's like post-apocalyptic to some extent. Like I don't really understand why they're having these like weird races in the desert and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, well, they're not in the... Actually, I am kind of curious. So, literally everything that I've ever seen from Mad Max is them in the desert. There seems like there was a point in time where they were not in the desert. Well, I guess it seems like Furiosa was, like, taken or something, and she ended up in the desert. So I guess when it says that she's making her way home, she's making her way back to vegetation, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on exactly what this world is just from this trailer. But yeah, if you're a Mad Max fan, you let me know what you think about this. Also, I saw that there was a person with a robot arm earlier in the trailer. Oh wait, she's bald here. I guess at some point in this movie, is she gonna go from having hair to having it shaved down, and she's gonna get a robot arm? I guess. Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. I think it looks intriguing. My interest is piqued. If you're a Mad Max fan, let me know what you think about this. All right, so there's also is this movie called Suicide Squad Isekai? This is like, I guess, an anime Suicide Squad thing that I saw on Twitter. Apparently, this is the second trailer. I have not seen the first trailer, so we're just going to watch this one. Let's see what this is. Oh my gosh, it's Harley Quinn. This character's not kind of oversaturated. This is definitely anime voice acting. Oh, Isekai's a place. What is happening here? So the Suicide Squad are sent to an anime world, I guess. There's a Clayface, Deadshot, King Shark, sure. What? I like Peacemaker, okay. I like how they're like advertising the opening theme. What? Oh, I don't know who the character in the fedora is. I'm not gonna lie. 2024 mission begins. Wait, is this a show? Because actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they said that it's like the opening theme. Is this a show? I thought. Oh, it's an anime series. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Where's it? Like, where is it gonna play? Is it gonna be on HBO Max? Did they say? Huh. There's not like a Max thing that appears. I don't actually know. Hold on. Let me see if I can look this up. I mean, that looks like an anime. That's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a genre that I'm like inherently into. But I mean, if it's good, I'd be open to watching it. Let me see. Suicide Squad, Isekai platform, maybe. I don't know. Warner Brothers unveils Suicide Squad Isekai. Hold on. I'm not cutting this out, okay? You're sitting here with me while I look this up. What is happening? Is it on Crunchyroll? I think it might be. Oh, the guy in the fedora is Clayface. Okay, I don't know why I didn't catch that. It doesn't say where it's going to be. I don't. Okay, you know what? We'll find out at some point. I don't know. That's it looks interesting. Again, like I said, I don't know if I'm inherently, or I guess I should say, I'm not like inherently into anime things, but we'll see. All right. Halo, the series, season 2. You know what? Hot take. I thought that Halo season 1 was pretty good. Much like Fallout, not really a fan of Halo, or at least not a massive fan. I like it. Like I like it. I know, or I should say, I've played a couple of the Halo games, unlike Fallout. I will say the one weird thing about Halo. So I've played Halo Reach, right? That's like the prequel one. I played that one first. Then I played the first Halo, and then I played like half of Halo 2. But then there was like a bug that made me lose a bunch of my progress, so I got mad and I stopped playing it. And I enjoy the games. That being said, I didn't find the story to be engaging at all, really. To the point that I find it very strange that there are so many like diehard Halo fans that are like, the story and the games are so good and they need to be respected when you're doing an adaptation. I'm like, what even? The story isn't like a big part of the Halo games. It's really just an excuse to like move you to different areas where you shoot a bunch of aliens. I find it very strange that Halo fans are like hardcore into the story of Halo. You know, like it's not The Last of Us, or it's not even BioShock, right? Where even though the story's not like in your face, it's still like the world is still very compelling, and you know, you find the audio diaries. That's not even a thing with Halo. So I find that very strange. Like I'm going to throw out another hot take. I have not played any of the 343 games, but hey, maybe Halo 3 will completely change my mind and they really go deep into the story in those games. I don't understand what the compelling story of Halo is, to where Halo fans are mad that 343 Industries like destroyed the story. It's like, I don't even know like why you would care about the story of Halo. I guess all that to say, I like the first season of Halo because I just thought it was a fun sci-fi show. It's not amazing or anything, but especially like the dumbest complaints are when people are like, Master Chief isn't supposed to take off his helmet. It's like, who cares? It's like, well, hey, Master Chief isn't supposed to have sex. It's like, who cares? Like, what? So I don't know. We'll see. I've triggered all the Halo fans. It is what it is. This one doesn't even have captions. Okay, season 2's bad now.
The enemy is at our gates. Their numbers are overwhelming.
There are too many aliens.
Any Marine who makes this stand with us will not survive the day. For every moment that we hold the enemy at bay,
Guys, sacrifice your life for
innocent people
the planet?
escape.
Is it, what is it? Is it like the entire planet, not just the country in the Halo world?
And tell the story that you write today. You will be remembered.
Will you? Oh my gosh. Is that the Arbiter or whatever? Or I guess there were a lot of guys with the lightsabers in the first season. I think, right? Yeah, I mean, that looks like more Halo. And I liked Halo. So cool, I guess. Although, if I'm trying to remember, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like the first season wasn't so much even about the war itself, but it was more so about like Master Chief finding his humanity or whatever. So I guess it is kind of interesting that it looks like this season is going to be maybe more so about the conflict between the humans and the aliens, and maybe getting us a bit more invested in that conflict exactly. Because I guess if I were to give a critique to the first season of Halo, again, if I remember it correctly, I do kind of feel like maybe I didn't really care as much about the conflict between humans and aliens, and it was more so about just the character of Master Chief that I found interesting.
Any Marine who makes this stand with us.
So yeah, we'll see. I'm just trying to see if there was anything else kind of interesting to call out in the trailer. Who was this character? I'm trying. Is this the scientist lady that was like banished or something? I don't even know. Oh no, this is the scientist lady. Is this the same blonde white woman? I think it might be. Who are these guys again? Oh God, I don't even remember. I guess Master Chief is hanging out around them. Yeah, people are just really mad that Master Chief takes his helmet off, which I don't care about. I really don't care about him mostly having his helmet on in the games. Because if I remember correctly, it's not even like the Mandalorian or anything, right? Where I don't think that Master Chief in the games like necessarily, it's not like a conviction that he has, is it? I think, isn't it just that you don't really interact or you don't see Master Chief in the games in situations where he would have his helmet off? So yeah, I don't care about that criticism. Is there anything else that's interesting? Is this the lady that? Oh, this is just another super soldier character. Who are you? Oh yeah, there's more of her. This is Cortana, right? Yeah. Yeah, I remember people were like mad because Cortana isn't exactly how she is in the games, and it's like, dude, it's fucking Cortana. She's a blue little AI character. Like it's like that really is just like the lamest criticism in my opinion. When people go, this is different than it was in the source material. Because then my whole thing is like, okay, it's different. Is it bad or is it good? Because, like, if you just disliked the first season of Halo because you thought it was bad, hey, that's fair enough. That's your opinion. I respect it. But if literally the basis of your criticism is that it is different from the games, I just don't care about that. I really don't. Okay. Yeah, I think I've gone on long enough with this video. I'm not going to go into a deep dive on the Halo trailer. Yeah, so I guess just to wrap things up here, I think The Boys season 4 looks great. Definitely excited about that. I think I'm intrigued by the Fallout show. House of the Dragon season 2, excited about that. Really like the first season. Furiosa, I'm interested. I'm not gonna say that I'm excited about it, but I'm interested. I do feel like I need to. I think I'd like a second trailer that gives me a bit more context about the world, and kind of paints the story in a clearer picture before I can say that I'm excited for it. But I'm definitely interested. It looks cool. The Suicide Squad Isekai thing definitely looks like an anime. Again, animes aren't really things that I'm like inherently interested in, but if it's good, I mean, I'll watch it. And then Halo season 2 looks interesting. Like I didn't love the first season of Halo, so I can't say that I'm like super excited about it, but I liked it enough that I'm gonna watch this, and hopefully it's even better than season 1. But yeah, let me know what you thought about any and all of the trailers in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.